Hello and welcome to another new video. I'm Maverick. Today I'll be sharing how you could get $160,000 discount on your next HDB purchase. Okay, so HDB has different grants for both new and resale flats. So let's go through the simplest one first, which is BTO. Because BTOs are already substantially subsidized, there's only one grant that most first-time applicants qualify for, which is the Enhanced CPF Housing Grant, or the EHG. So let's say you are applying under the fiancé scheme with your partner. You can get a maximum grant of $80,000 as seen in the table here. So your grant amount is based on the average gross monthly household income assessed over the months worked during the assessment period, which is the 12-month period prior to your BTO application. So let's say if you applied for your BTO in August 2021, the income assessment period will be July 2020 to July 2021. However, to be eligible, at least one of the applicants must have worked continuously for the past 12 months prior to the application of the flat and must still be working at time of application. If you don't meet these conditions, you should then apply for the deferred income assessment, which means that your income will be assessed nearer to the key collection date. I think this grant is pretty straightforward, so let's take a look at an example. Let's say if I were to apply for a flat with my partner. I've been working for the past year, but my partner just graduated from university and isn't earning an income. My income for the past 12 months averages $3,500, and since my partner isn't working, our average monthly household income is exactly $3,500, which means we qualify for a grant of $60,000, which will be credited to our CPF ordinary account, $30,000 each, upon completion of the income assessment. So that is pretty straightforward, but what happens when one of the applicants is a second-timer or a non-Singaporean citizen? So your maximum grant amount will be halved, and they will use half of your average monthly household income as a gauge for how much grant you qualify for. So for example, if I were a Singaporean citizen who's a first-time applicant wishing to apply for a flat with my partner who's a foreigner, my income for the past 12 months averages $3,500 and my partner averages $4,200. Our average monthly household income will then be $7,700. So taking half of our average monthly household income into account, which is $3,850, we'll then qualify for a $7,500 grant, which will be credited to the Singapore citizen's account. In this case, it's me. So singles can also enjoy the Enhanced Housing Grant when applying for a BTO. The amount of grant is shown in the table here. This is pretty straightforward since it's just your individual average monthly income assessed. So there is also a grant for second-time applicants for BTO called the Step Up CPF Housing Grant. It's a $15,000 grant that aims to help lower-income citizens upgrade their flats. To qualify for this grant, you and/or your spouse must have worked for the past 12 months and must still be working at the time of application, similar to the Enhanced Housing Grant. Your current flat type must either be a 2-room subsidized flat in a non-mature estate that is bought from HDB after October 1995, or from the resale market with a CPF housing grant, and is your first subsidized flat, or you live in a public rental flat. So there is an income ceiling of $7,000, and you would have to have applied for either a 2-room flexi or a 3-room flat in a non-mature estate. The grant will be credited to the applicant's CPF ordinary account, similar to our first example. So that's pretty much it for the grants available for BTO flats. And this is where the big money is at. Who wants $160,000? Please raise your hand. All you need to do is to apply for a resale flat under some specific conditions. There are 3 different grants for first-timers who buy resale HDBs. First up is the Enhanced CPF Housing Grant, which is exactly the same as what I mentioned just now in the BTO section. Next up is the Family Grant. This is pretty straightforward. If you are a Singaporean couple, you'll be eligible for a $50,000 grant if you purchase a 2-room, 3-room or 4-room flat, or a $40,000 grant if you purchase a 5-room or bigger flat. Granted, your combined monthly income does not exceed $14,000. So this grant is also eligible for applicants who apply with their extended family, and the income ceiling is increased to $21,000. So this is aimed at people who want to live with their parents and their parents are still earning an income. That's why they have raised the income ceiling to $21,000 instead of $14,000. If one of the applicants is a Singapore PR, you get $10,000 less. But you may be eligible for a citizen top-up down the road if the Singapore PR applicant obtains Singapore citizenship or a Singaporean child is born into the family. So essentially, if you want HDB to return the $10,000 that they owe you, please give birth to a Singaporean baby or get the pink IC. So lastly, we have the proximity grant, which is a grant that is introduced to encourage children to live with or near their parents for mutual care and support. If you're purchasing a resale flat to live with your parents, you qualify for a $30,000 grant, which means your parents must be listed as occupiers in the flat. And if you are purchasing a resale flat that is within 4 km of your parents' place, you will qualify for a $20,000 grant. So singles and applicants with non-citizen spouse can also enjoy these grants. So instead of a family grant, you have a singles grant, which means you'll be eligible for a $25,000 grant if you purchase a 4-room or smaller flat, or $20,000 if you purchase a 5-room or bigger flat. However, your income must be below $7,000 for singles, or your combined monthly income is below $14,000 for applicants with a non-citizen spouse. So of course, you will also qualify for the enhanced housing grant, same as in the BTO application, and also the proximity grant, but at half the amount of those with a Singapore citizen family nucleus. So for second-time applicants for resale flats, the step-up grant mentioned in the BTO section above is also available for you. So here's the big question. How do you get the maximum $160,000? So here's an example. Let's say you just started working for a year and have a monthly income of less than $1,500. And your partner is still in school. You are looking to buy a resale flat and you want your parents to move in with you. You will then qualify for a $50,000 family grant if you choose a 4-room or smaller resale flat, $80,000 enhanced housing grant because your income is below $1,500, and a $30,000 proximity grant because your parents will be living with you. So bringing that to a total of $160,000, which in my opinion is better than winning 4D. So there you have it, a very simple video going through all the HDB grants you qualify for in your next purchase of a HDB home. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions or topics you want me to address in future videos, please leave them in the comment section down below. So thank you so much for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.